Hey, Ben. Thanks for earlier. I can't believe we randomly met. I was so surprised. I thought I noticed a familiar face when I was taking orders.
I was pretty surprised too. Don't you think you were a bit too keen to ask for my number?
Thought if we just left it as it was, we might have never met again.
You were at work, though. Doesn't your boss get angry if you're chatting to customers like that?
It's fine. The manager wasn't there anyway. I've been there for the longest time out of all the part-timers, so no one would say anything to me.
Oh, it's part-time?
Yeah. It's hard to get a full-time job these days. I was a full-timer at a chain restaurant before, but I gave that up.
That was before you left me and Rebecca to go and run off with that other guy. That was 13 years ago now. I really didn't think I'd end up seeing you again.
That was just because I was young and dumb. I broke up with that guy pretty soon after that. It was a waste of space. So now I'm living alone.
What? After running away with him, you broke up?
We just didn't have the same values. It was a shame. I thought that it was fate that we met and fell in love. But then again, people can change so fast.
So in the end, you just got a bit caught up in the excitement of it all? It was completely pointless. Why did you throw me out like a piece of trash?
Am I getting the sense that you'd like me to come home? You're all alone by yourself, right? You can't get me out of your head, can you?
This isn't a joke. The only reason I can't forget about you is because I'm scarred by all the pain you caused. That's it. I don't think I'll be more hurt by anyone in my whole life. There's not a single part of me, not even a tiny part, that wants you to come home.
I could say the same to you. I'd never take back a guy as dull as you. Not even if you begged me on your knees. Your face is also kind of ugly. You really are a weathered businessman now.
Why did you want to get in touch with me then?
Because I wanted to say something to you, silly. Let me have my daughter back. Come on.
What are you asking me exactly? I'm not sure I understand.
I'm saying that I want Rebecca back. I couldn't forget about her at all since we broke up. 13 years! It's been too long. I love her to bits.
You love her to bits, do you? Look who's talking. The woman who was so ready to leave her daughter to run off with her lover.
That was a painful decision for me to make. Don't be a meanie right now. I couldn't do anything. He hated children. I really, really wanted to take her with me.
You say that a lot. You haven't changed since 13 years ago, though. Actually, no. You definitely have changed. You've become even worse of a person in that time.
Rebecca is in high school now, right? She's a fully grown woman now. It's best if she's with her mother. She needs to be taught things that you can't teach her.
Don't give me all this trash. You aren't a fit mother for her.
Wouldn't you be more relaxed if she's spending time with a parent of her own sex? I feel sorry for her, having to go through all these bodily changes and stuff with just her dad.
It's a lot better than her being with you. How can you be making arguments to have her back at your own convenience when you're the one who left her?
Rebecca is going to a school for bright kids, right? But I heard that she does most of the housework. Didn't you say that when we met at the restaurant? If she's so bright, she should be studying. I want to take care of the house and let her focus.
Is that right? There is definitely something fishy going on here. You've got something up your sleeve, haven't you?
That's the honest reason why I want to come home. Why don't you believe me? I just want to live with my daughter again. I swear my intentions are pure. I just want her back. I went through all that pain to bring her into this world. I want to see her again.
When we met again the other day, you didn't seem interested in hearing about her. Well, whatever. It's okay.
Really? You'll let me?
While we've been messaging, I've been talking to Rebecca. I asked her what she thought about you wanting her to be with you. She said she wanted to be with you straight away.
You really asked her what her opinion of it all was?
Of course I did. Even if I hate you, it has nothing to do with her. We have to let Rebecca do what she wants to do.
Yeah, that's right. And she said that she wants to be with me? I told you that she'd rather be with her mom than her dad.
What can I say?
It must feel terrible to have lived with her for 13 years and then watch her choose me over you. Don't tell me she hates you. Look who's the failure of a parent now.
A failure? You're the one person in this whole world that I don't want to hear that from. Anyway, Rebecca will go to your place soon. Look after her.
Well, you're so easygoing about this. That's a bit off, don't you think? If you give her up that easy, surely that's a sign that you don't love her enough.
What good would it do if I was grumpy about it? Besides, I don't think it's a bad idea for her to spend a little bit of time living with you. The last time you met her, she was 3 years old.
I bet she's all beautiful like me now.
Her mother may be a right piece of work, but she's sure beautiful.
Thank God she doesn't look like you. Shouldn't you thank me for that?
I think you'll be surprised when you see her. She's fully grown up now.
Rebecca and I are off shopping now. A girl's shopping day is always great fun. And she definitely can't do that with you, can she?
Look after her from today. Will you eat together?
Yeah, we'll have dinner together tonight. I'm planning on taking her out for something really yummy. Can you guess what it is? You'll never get it. We're going out to a 5-star rated Italian restaurant downtown.
Wow. You have money for a nice restaurant? I thought you only have a part-time job.
I've got some savings. I can make it work. I want to treat Rebecca to the good life for a little bit. Not like the way you treat her.
So you plan to butter her up? You don't have the money to be doing that kind of thing. You'll only regret it if you go broke trying to impress her.
I'm fine. I'm only taking her out for a meal. The first impression is always the most important when you're trying to get close to someone. It's the same with Rebecca. Also, I have to show her that I'm at a different level to you.
You're trying to show her you're better than me by buying her stuff? Didn't anyone ever tell you that money doesn't buy happiness? It doesn't buy love either.
Yeah. That's exactly what a dad who was abandoned by his wife and daughter would say.
That's a bit of a low blow.
You can barely call yourself a father if she chose me. Is there any point of fathers existing anyway? Rebecca will forget about you so fast. We're going to live just the two of us from now on.
I guess. You're going to really look after her, aren't you? You aren't just going to throw her out if something comes up. Lucy, did you try to call me? I've got about 10 messages on my voicemail. What happened?
I couldn't get through to you, so I thought I'd have to go to your house. What are you doing?
I'm at work, as always.
Please take Rebecca back. You can have her.
Why? What happened?
You were right all along. I can't raise her.
Wait a second. Am I mistaken? It's only been 5 days since you took her in.
I'll be broke in no time if she stays with me. How much do you think I've spent in the last 5 days? Go on. Guess.
I don't know. How much? Why? Did you go out and buy a brand handbag or something?
No, I didn't buy anything fun. It all went to food. Where did she get that appetite from? She can eat like a horse.
Oh, didn't I say? Rebecca has an absolutely enormous appetite.
But she's so slim. Where does it all go? Isn't it strange?
I guess she can just stretch out her stomach. She always has seconds and thirds. The amount she eats has increased year on year, but it's ridiculous at the moment with all the sport she does.
Today I was off, so I took her to an Italian place.
And? Are you going to tell me that she ate all of your pasta or something?
Well, it was a super expensive restaurant, and she kept ordering all of the expensive dishes. She went straight for the truffles and lobster. It was crazy. The price came close to $200 for the both of us. I couldn't believe it.
Wow, she really outdid herself this time. That is a lot. I'm so jealous. I want to eat that kind of food. Take me too next time, won't you?
Don't joke around. I've probably spent upwards of $500 in these 5 days alone. I've used up all my savings, and I can't afford to max out my credit cards paying for all this. I can't raise a kid who costs that much.
So you're just going to give up? What about being a parent to her? Will you just give up on that again?
It's not my fault. I can't afford to pay for her. I didn't think she'd cost this much money. I wouldn't have taken her in if I'd known.
So even though you knew that you couldn't afford to pay for her, you took her in. This is the same as when you abandoned her 13 years ago. You can't just keep doing things with the best intentions in mind and expecting them to work out for you.
You know, she's a spitting image of you now. She's always looking down on me, telling me I'm nothing compared to you. She always says that you do things differently, and she never stops comparing us.
It really sounds like you're heartbroken. A fall from grace, maybe? You seem to have gotten down from that high horse of yours.
Of course my heart is broken. She shows me how much she despises me every day with the way she speaks to me. No matter what I say back to her, she just breaks me down with some logical argument.
You've been trampled on by your own daughter.
She's horrible. She asked me if I was born human scum or if it was something I just learned 13 years ago. And she didn't even say thank you for paying for her Italian feast. No gratitude whatsoever.
I mean, she was just telling you the truth. Isn't it just common sense that it costs money to raise a child? Rebecca's also a scholarship student, so you don't even have to spend money on her schooling.
No! She told me that her scholarship got cut.
What do you mean, got cut?
She was missing classes and her grades dropped, so her scholarship got cut. That's what she told me. Don't you know about it?
Well, now you mention it. She told me a little bit about that before she went to live with you. She told me that if she went to live with you, then she might give up on studying.
Why?
She said that she doesn't want to be a burden to me and make me pay money for her, so she'd try hard. But if she was living with you, she didn't care. She said that she didn't mind making things a bit tough for you.
That's so mean. Why? Why would she say something like that? And how about when she ordered all the expensive items at the restaurant? Was that just to make me shell out?
I think it probably was, yeah. She's very reserved when she goes out for dinner with me. She never orders anything expensive. She's very humble.
So why is her attitude different only with me then? She came to live with me because she likes me, right?
Isn't it obvious that she doesn't like you? I've thought she's hated you for as long as I can remember. She did tell me that if she ever got the chance to see you, she'd take revenge on you in my place.
She thinks I abandoned you two? That's not what happened. I left her with you because the man I was with hated children. I didn't want to leave her.
It doesn't really matter what you felt. Leaving her behind is the same as abandoning her.
That's what she said too. She wouldn't listen to anything I had to say.
She doesn't like you because you made things so tough for me. She's a daddy's girl for sure. She always thinks about me and does housework to help me out. She's so kind.
Kind? How is she kind? She doesn't help around the house at all, and she's always feisty with me.
So she was being feisty, but you still took her out for an expensive dinner?
She seemed normal at the start of the day, but her mood got way worse as the day went on.
She's a strong character, isn't she? She knows what she likes and what she doesn't. She doesn't have any sympathy for the people she doesn't like.
I just can't believe she wanted to come to live with me just to make my life difficult. That's just plain evil.
Her losing her scholarship is also terrible for her, though. Her tuition is really expensive.
Really? I thought that she'd help me out with money when she got a job after graduating. I was thinking that I'd take her out of high school straight away when she lost the scholarship. I don't want her going to high school if I've got to pay everything for it.
You can't make her drop out. Rebecca is a strong girl. She's only going to try and cause you more stress in whatever way she can. She's going to use all of her energy to make sure your life is unpleasant.
Evil! She's evil! I can't do this. Take this evil kid away from me.
Don't say that. I chatted with her on the phone last night, but she said that she'd be happy if she could stay with you from now on.
What? What is she thinking? She wants to live with someone she hates just to get revenge?
I'm not sure, but I do know that I should respect her opinion. So, I'll be leaving her to you.
Come on, please. Please say you'll take her back. I can't handle her.
But she'd be happier with her mother. You said that yourself. You said that fathers have no reason to exist.
I know I said that. I was wrong, and I'm admitting it. Is that not enough? I'm sorry.
Okay. I can come and get her, but I'm busy at the moment. I'll come pick her up in a couple of days.
Don't be so nonchalant about this. As it is, she's already eaten my savings. I've got nothing left.
You don't need to buy her food. If you buy her exactly what she says, then it'll get pricey.
She threatened to report me to social services if I didn't buy her what she wants. She'll tell them that I don't feed her enough.
Scary stuff.
Rebecca is evil, I'm telling you. How did you raise her to be like this?
I don't know what to tell you. She's an angel with me. Rebecca, if you kick her out of your house or pull any moves like that, she'll report you to the police.
She's capable of anything. That witch. All this talk of police. I'm genuinely sorry.
Anyway, have fun looking after her. It's your punishment for trying to have a bit of fun by taking her away from me. You said that you missed Rebecca, but you really just wanted her to work and give you money, didn't you?
If I admit to it, will you take her off my hands? I promise I'll never go near you two ever again. So please come and get her.
Why do you think this has happened? I can't believe it's not even been a week and you can't handle it.
I was selfish, okay? I was stupid. I was wrong. What else do you want from me? Won't you forgive me?
You're exactly as useless as I thought you'd be. And Rebecca is stronger than I ever thought she could be. If you've learned anything from this, you won't come near us again. Because for Rebecca and me, there's no point in mothers existing. I want to break up. Don't be annoying and try to fight it or anything. Just accept the fact that I want to end this silly relationship.
What do you mean, silly relationship? You want to break up? What is this all of a sudden? What's gotten into you, Zach?
Sudden? I don't think there is anything sudden about it. At least not from my end. I have been thinking about this for quite some time now, and I think it's time we just bite the bullet and end things already. I guess I can understand that it might be a bit sudden from your perspective, Janet. But I want you to understand and not give me any annoying pushback.
But you aren't even willing to discuss it? You're just locking me out of the house and kicking me to the curb just like that? If you want to break up, we should at least talk about it first. I mean, we are living together after all. We share a house together, Zach.
See? This is exactly what I am talking about. I knew you would complain like this. You just won't let things be easy for me and accept the fact that I just want to break up with you. Don't make things harder for yourself. There is nothing that can be done. It is what it is. It's pretty simple. Please just understand and accept it.
Hold on just a second, Zach. You are just deciding for us? I don't get any say, or at least get to express my own points? That's not fair. Don't you think you are being a little bit harsh right now? What did I even do to make you talk to me this way? Much less want to break up with me. Wait a second. What about all my stuff that's inside the house? I can't even get in to pack it up and take it out even if I wanted to.
Don't worry about any of that. I will just send it all over to you later on. Besides, Don't act like you have anything super valuable. Most of your stuff is pretty much just junk anyway. Besides, your family is pretty rich, aren't they? If you just leave all your junk at my house, I'm sure it wouldn't matter. Your family can just buy you all new stuff anyway. It may actually work out even better for you.
Zach, what is going on? What's gotten into you? Do you really understand what you are saying to me right now? And my family being rich has nothing to do with this. There are a lot of things that are important to me in that house. The least you can do is let me pack them up and take them.
Gosh, you are so cheap, Janet. This is yet another reason on why I want to end things with you. But fine. So I don't have to listen to you whine anymore. I will send all of your things to you later. I don't want to give you a place to live anymore, so you aren't going inside again.
Zach, what the hell is going on with you? What happened? Why are you acting like such a jerk to me right now? You shouldn't act like this with anyone, much less your girlfriend of so many years. Why are you being this way? I want answers, Zach.
Gosh, you just won't quit. There really isn't much to explain to you. I have been wanting to break up with you for a while now, and I'm finally doing it. I told you, it's that simple.
No, Zach. I want a reason. You owe me that much. Why do you want to break up with me and end our relationship after all these years?
Don't get too carried away over there, Janet. Are you about to act all high and mighty just like your dad? How annoying. Although at least he has an excuse for being the way he is. He is the president of a huge company, after all. So I can understand where he is coming from when he starts to get cocky sometimes. But that's him, not you. So don't get all overly excited and carried away about this, Janet. Just accept it. How many times do I need to tell you that?
What in the world are you talking about? I am not getting carried away, acting cocky, or anything you are saying. I am asking a simple question.
Maybe you don't recognize it yourself, but you have a tendency of always looking down on me in such a cocky way. You are doing it even now. It's so annoying. I can't stand it. That is not the life I want to live, where my significant other constantly looks down on me. So today, I am ending it. I can't take it anymore. So starting today, it will be me who looks down on you. I get to be the cocky one for once. Now you get to see how it feels. I hope you remember that feeling.
Zach, I honestly don't have the slightest clue about what you are going on about. I am really at a loss for words here. Something had to have happened. Just tell me. What the hell happened to you that you would act this way toward me? Did I do something wrong?
Oh, stop all your high and mighty crap. Not everything is about you like you think it is. This has nothing to do with you. If I could say one thing, then I will say this. I decided to finally put myself first. I won't be in your shadow anymore. From now on, people from all over are going to know who I am when they hear my name.
Oh, I see. So, that's how it is then.
Yep. So, now that I finally gave you an answer, this relationship can be done. It's about damn time. What a relief. Oh, and when you find a new place to live, make sure to send me the address. Then I can send all your crap to you and get it out of my house for good. Don't take too long either. All of this junk taking up so much space is here. I guess it would be okay if I just burnt it, right? It's all just worthless anyway.
Don't you dare burn it, Zach. I will find a new place to live and send you the address. Don't ruin any of my stuff. Hey, Janet. What's going on? I randomly just saw Zach in town just a little while ago. Oh, hey, Emily. You don't have to tell me that you saw him. I told you, it's over between us, so it doesn't matter anymore. He just threw me away like I was nothing more to him than a bag of garbage. I don't even want to think of him anymore. He was horrible to me. Sorry, Janet. I know it's difficult for you to think about him. I know how much of a shock it was for you when he treated you the way he did and ended things abruptly. But it was who I saw him with that was a shock. I thought I recognized her as a president of a giant company based on the way she was dressed. Then when I got a little closer, I could tell I was definitely right. Are you serious? Please tell me you're joking. I can't believe that. Yeah, and to be honest, they seemed to be really close. They looked like they were in love or something. They were walking together and holding hands. He looked so smug and self-satisfied. I couldn't stand looking at his ugly face, especially knowing what he did to you. You're kidding. Well, that explains things. That must be why he just kicked me to the curb like that out of nowhere. So he got himself a young president of a company and tosses me aside for her. He is just as bad as it gets. You two have been together for over 8 years, Janet. For him to break up with you over another girl like this is terrible. And he is walking around with her as if nothing happened. But, hey, this is basically what I have said about him from the beginning, isn't it? Zach is nothing but a gold digger. He never loved you, and he definitely doesn't love this girl either. All he wants to do is date powerful women. He is just after clout. Just thinking about this makes me sick to my stomach. I wish I didn't have to think of him again. Well, don't get me wrong. I am not trying to say I told you so. After all, Zach did have his good qualities, but he could never fool me. I saw through him and was able to pick out all of his faults very easily. Sorry, Janet, but I had to come to you and tell you what I saw. But obviously, it's up to you if you want to take my word for it and believe me. Of course I believe you, Emily. To be honest, after the way he treated me, nothing you say is really that much of a surprise, really. It's just, I really was in love with him for 8 years. So I really don't want to believe what you were telling me. Much less hear it. Oh, I am sorry. I am so sorry, Janet. I was being insensitive and not thinking about your feelings. Please forgive me. Let's forget about all this Zach nonsense. Let's go to a bar or something and have a few drinks. What do you say? I think it would really help you relax and take a load off. For 8 years, I was with this man just wasting my time? Was he just dating me until he found someone better or something? Was that all this was? No. I am sure that isn't it. I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't explain it right. That's not what I meant. I may have just misspoke, that's all. I know. I will buy us some burgers from your favorite burger joint and you can come over here. We can eat them together and put this behind us. It'll be easier this way. We don't have to go out anywhere and see anyone. We can just spend the day together and eat the burgers inside. What do you think? Wow, really? You'd do that for me? Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Let's eat. I have really been craving some good hamburgers. Yeah. You always had expensive tastes when it came to burgers. No worries. I'm happy to do it. Thank you so much, Emily. Sorry to make you go out and buy them for us. I really owe you so much. I am lucky to have you as a friend. Even letting me come over to eat with you. I will leave now and get there as fast as I can so I don't keep you waiting. What are you talking about? Don't be getting sentimental on me now. What we do for each other never has anything to do with it. We always have each other's backs. Besides, my place is a little too big. It would be pretty lonely to just sit here and eat by myself. Come to think of it, it wouldn't be so bad if we both lived together here, would it? I mean, the place sure is big enough to accommodate the both of us. What do you think? You are so good to me. I really appreciate the sentiment, but I really would like to live with a boyfriend or husband if I was going to live with anyone again. You sure do have a one-track mind when it comes to love. Even after all you've been through, you're going to pass up on an opportunity like this? You should know better than anyone that the only ones you can trust are your friends. After all, men are only after your money. Is the location a problem? Oh, Emily, you don't have to go that far and say all that. I feel a bit bad for you. You never experienced love, so you don't understand what I mean. Yeah? That same love who stabbed you in the back after 8 years completely out of nowhere? Where is the good in that? Please enlighten me. Okay, enough. Enough of all this. Today we will feast on hamburgers. You can't take it back now. You made a promise that we would eat together. Yeah, I got it. Don't worry. I don't break my promises once I make them.
Hey, Janet. Wow, it's been quite a while. How is everything on your end? I hope you have been doing well. It's me, Zach. Surely you remember me, don't you? I can't see how you would be able to forget.
What in the world? Zach? Why in the hell are you reaching out to me out of nowhere after all this time? I don't have anything to say to you, and I can't imagine you have anything you need to say to me at this point.
Hey, come on, don't be so cold to me like that. That's not like you. You used to be so friendly and kind, especially toward me. You couldn't have forgotten we were together for 8 years. Don't you think we should have plenty to talk about after all this time?
Sure. 8 years. And who was the one who cut things off without any warning or conversation? It sure wasn't me. You didn't even give me the courtesy of a reason or anything that can be used as closure. You just kicked me out of the house and kicked me to the curb like garbage. And now, after 2 years, you are going to try contacting me and act as if nothing happened? As if I should just talk to you like everything is okay?
Hey, now, hold on a second, Janet. I guess I can see why you are a tad upset. But there really is something I want to talk to you about. I have been thinking lately and thought maybe it's time I apologize to you over what happened between us. Practically abandoning someone who was well into her 30s, I guess, could be considered pretty harsh to some people.
Okay. And? Well, what do you have to say after all this time, Zach?
Don't act so coy. I have been thinking, how about me and you get married? What do you say, Janet? It's really a great idea.
What the? Me? Marry you? Are you drunk or something right now? You can't possibly be serious.
Yeah, I know we were together for 8 years and I just broke things off all of a sudden. Sorry for that, okay? But I just all of a sudden felt like me and you should be married. It just feels right to me. What do you think? How about we just go ahead and get married right now?
You mean to make you my husband and actually have children with you? Yeah, right. Not in a million years.
What? Seriously? I was so sure you would be completely on board with this idea. Like you couldn't wait to be back together with me.
You're too late. I'm already married. Not only that, I have children of my own and we live a very happy life together. I don't need you involved in my life in any way. So, unfortunately for you, you will have to try and prey on someone else. Because, like I said, you are too late just coming out of the woodwork like that.
Whoa, what did you say? We only broke up 2 years ago, and you are telling me you are married already? Not only that, but you have children too?
You got that right. I guess it was pretty quick now that I think about it, but what can I say? My husband is a pretty great guy. Actually, now that I think about it, you dumping me was the best thing that ever happened to me. Thanks to you, I was able to meet my husband.
I can't believe this. You aren't kidding around. You really are already married?
Let me guess. That beautiful young president dumped you recently. And that is why you came crawling back to me. That's it, isn't it?
What? I mean, wait a second. How in the world did you know anything about that? Were you stalking me or something?
Enough. Don't play dumb, Zach. I know everything. I know all about her and the reason why you dumped me. So, out with it. She dumped you, didn't she? Come on. Tell me. She dumped you really good, I bet.
Oh, please. No way anyone would dump me. It was the other way around, I'll have you know. I dumped her. That is how it went down. It was her fault anyway, not mine. She was so darn annoying. I couldn't put up with her much longer.
Lies as always. That seems to be all you ever do. The truth is, she found out who you really are and dumped you. She realized you are nothing more than a gold digger. I have to say, she must have been pretty amazing. I mean, we dated for 8 years before I found out how horrible you were. Yet she was able to figure you out in just 2 years.
Hey, wait a second, Janet. You really know everything about me and her? How could you possibly know?
What, are you surprised? All you used her for was to become an inheritor or a successor to her company, right? So I have no doubt you tried to force her to marry you. She discovered what your real plan was and she dumped you. You are very easy to figure out, Zach.
Whoa! That's it. Tell me right now who you heard that from. How could you possibly know all the details about what happened when we haven't even spoken 2 years?
Oh, don't worry about that. You don't need to know who I heard it from. And it's not like I would tell you, so you can just drop it. Besides, what's more important is just because you couldn't take over her company and she dumped you, you reached out to me? So you think that's pretty pathetic? So it was true all along. All you wanted from me was my father's company. If you married me, you would have inherited it for sure.
What? No, that's not it. Come on, Janet. You should know me better than that. I was in love with you, of course.
Enough of your nonsense, Zach. You know as well as I do. I already have you figured out. I know everything. Just be honest with me and yourself. I bet you will feel better telling the truth for once in your life rather than constantly living a lie.
No, that's not true. Well, I mean, maybe small bits and pieces of what you said have a slight bit of truth to them.
Look, Zach, there's no chance I will ever marry you. And to be honest, this is the last time I would actually respond to you trying to contact me. So, with that being the case, let's just put all our cards on the table and be frank with each other. Let's drop all other pretenses.
Okay, fine, Janet. I hate to admit it, but you are probably right. So everything you said is true. I wanted her company. And once she found out the truth about what I wanted, she broke things off with me and left me with nothing. It is true I wanted to marry you for your father's company. I thought by marrying you and inheriting the company, our futures would be set and we can just live a peaceful life while being financially secure.
So you are finally honest. But we were together 8 years. Why didn't you try marrying me quicker if all you wanted was the company? My father actually liked you a lot. There was a huge possibility that if we got married, my father would have left the company to you.
I know you were charmed by me when we first met. I knew you were actually in love with me. So I felt confident you weren't going to ever leave me. So rather than get married quickly, I guess I thought it best to keep you as basically a backup option. You know, just in case. To put it simply, with you in my safety net, I figure I can go out and try to do a lot of different things. Maybe meet different women. And if none of it worked out, I would always have you to fall back on.
Wow, you sure are finally being honest for once. But my God, you really are the worst type of person, Zach.
I am being honest, like you said. Everything I just said is 100% the truth. No lies or fabrications at all this time. I thought by being with you, at least I would be able to gain something out of it. I thought some sort of advantages and opportunities would be sent my way. Everyone may not actually say it out loud, but everyone is the same. We are all human after all. Everyone is calculating their next move to get ahead in life.
Yeah, that is how humans are. Whatever you say, Zach. So tell me, how did you and the lady president meet?
Well, that. We met at some party a rich person threw. A lot of presidents and other wealthy people were there. That is where we met. I always have my ears open for events like that. So once I found one, I kept going again and again. Every time that person threw a party, I made sure I was there and tried making connections. So I was able to make a ton of connections and try to make my way through the business world.
And yet they had no idea that in reality you have no actual skills and you are as lazy as they come.
Janet, you don't understand. So don't try acting like you do. And this is the talent. I am able to communicate with the best of them and make them believe that I am actually a successful and talented man based on how I look and what I say to them. I mean, I had you fooled for 8 years, didn't I? So how can you say that I don't have any talent and that I don't put any effort into anything?
You disgust me. I hate to admit it, but I guess you are right. Only a little. I guess even the worst of us have some sort of talent.
Yeah, well, to continue with being honest, once I met her, I didn't really care what happened between me and you and our relationship. It was over for me the moment I met her. I mean, can you blame me? She is president of a huge corporation. They even put together commercials that get aired all over the United States. Everyone knows of her company. So I put all my effort into trying to seduce her and win her over. I needed to make her mine.
And it looks like you were quite successful in doing so. And once you were, you dumped me immediately and kicked me to the curb. Right? You even went as far as to lock me out of the house. Our house. Didn't you feel anything? Didn't it pain you at all to treat me like that after all these years?
Well, of course I assumed you would naturally put up some sort of resistance. So I had no choice but to be firm and unsympathetic when dumping you. I had to be tough. But after having time to think about it, I really am sorry. But at the same time, I was so obsessed with becoming a president of a major company. It was the only thing on my mind. So pretty much right after I ended things with you, I invited her to live in the house with me. Soon after, we began living together.
Yes, and then 2 years later, she got fed up with your nonsense and dumped you. Got it. I understand it all now. Well, that really was quite an interesting story you told there, Zach. If I had one thing to say in response to all of that, all I can say is it serves you right. You deserved what you got. You deserved her dumping you the way you did me.
Okay, so I was honest. Now it's your turn. Who did you hear all of this from? Who told you that she dumped me? How did you know all of this without me telling you first?
Oh, Zach. No one had to tell me anything. I know you, so I was able to piece together what happened without anyone having to tell me a thing. I always assumed you wanted Dad's company.
What? Seriously? You mean to say you knew my intentions behind being with you this whole time?
I always had a slight feeling. For 8 years, I had a feeling that you were dating me because you wanted Dad's company. But the only other person who assumed so was Emily. I would hear it from her all the time. And lately, she tells me you have been doing nothing but horrible things.
Emily? Oh, you mean the same Emily you were friends with when we were together? Wow, you're actually still friends with her? That's surprising. Anyway, what else did Emily tell you? Tell me everything. It's your turn to answer questions now, Janet.
Oh, Zach. You borrowed money recently, haven't you? Quite a lot of money, if I am not mistaken.
What? Me? Borrow money? Damn, how do you know about that?
Oh, I just heard through the grapevine. I guess it couldn't be helped. Especially when you tried to create your own business and failed miserably. You worked so hard to make people believe you were a real businessman. You must have believed your own hype yourself. I bet that failure was around the same time you asked your new girlfriend to marry you, right? I am sure she found out too. No wonder she left you.
Why? Why in the world could you possibly know all of this, Janet? We haven't spoken years, and I haven't told anyone about any of this.
It really isn't that hard to figure out, Zach. You have the same personality whether you are with me or with a new girlfriend. You never change. Besides, being in the business world myself, word tends to travel through the grapevine there too. You shouldn't be all that surprised. Most of them are ruled by money and don't believe in love. I can't relate, but you know what I mean. So it's no surprise the topic of conversation is about who is making or losing the most money.
Fine. Okay, I admit it. I borrowed money. It wasn't a small amount either. I borrowed a pretty large sum of money, Janet. Someone proposed a business deal to me that sounded great at the time. But I was tricked. He tricked me, and now I am stuck with a gigantic loan. I thought about suing him and taking him to court. But all of the documents are in his name. My name isn't on a single form, so I don't have a leg to stand on. I basically have given up hope.
Oh, poor Zach. That sure is a shame. I almost feel bad for you. You must be living such a tough life right now.
As if that wasn't enough. To make matters worse, my reputation has been completely put through the gutter. No one in the business world trusts me anymore. I really had no idea if everyone in the business world knew about my troubles or not. But the more I think about it, it looks like everyone found out the truth. They know I am a fraud with no useful talents. I am lazy and don't like to work hard. I like taking shortcuts and being given praise without working too hard for it. Not great qualities to have in that world. Hey, what's the big idea, Janet? Why are you laughing at me? I am pouring my heart out to you over here.
Oh, no, it's nothing. Just everything you said just now is quite strange, that's all. I'll let you in on a secret. The ones who put out the information that you are a talentless fraud and a man who is financially dependent on a woman was us.
What? What do you mean by us? Start talking, Janet. I want the truth.
Well, it was Emily who heard all the information about you. We had no doubt that you were trying to hide it from those around you. So, we had the brilliant idea to spread it around to all of the major business circles so they can discover the fraud you really are. Well, that's the least we do for each other. We have always had each other's backs, even after all these years. So now, on the topic about my stuff. You know, the stuff that was left in your house that you said you were going to send back to me? But of course you didn't. And your new girlfriend moved in. So how long did it take for you to get rid of all my stuff, Zach?
Well,
Well, this is as good an opportunity as any. I am letting you know I expect to be fully compensated for all of my stuff that you threw away. Don't worry, I will make it easy for you and add up the total you owe me. And if you don't pay, I won't hesitate to bring you to court and sue you.
Hey, wait a second, Janet. Wait just 1 second. What are you talking about all of a sudden? Why are you acting this way and threatening me with legal action now?
All of a sudden? Well, to be honest, I have been thinking about this for quite some time now. Those words sound familiar, don't they, Zach? After that, Zach was forced to pay me back for everything that he refused to give back to me after kicking me out of the house. It's not like it was a large amount of money, but for someone already dealing with a large amount of debt, I know it was quite difficult for him to deal with. Either way, I am happy this part of my life is over with and I don't need to deal with Zach anymore. There are times when he still reaches out to me for help, but I simply refuse or ignore him. He will never change anyway. Even to this day, he is just someone who still tries to prey on women who are in high business positions and use them for their money and connections. But he will have a big problem with that now going forward, as everyone in the business circles know who he is and have no faith or trust in him anymore. Unfortunately for him, just simply being a smooth talker isn't talent enough to make it in the business world. Or the world itself. It didn't take too long before Zach's financial trouble caught up with him and he had no choice but to move back to his hometown and live with his parents. Now I hear he tries getting by working random odd jobs and scraping together a few dollars here and there just to make ends meet. For a guy who had a dream of living as a celebrity in a big city, I have no doubt he can't stand the life he is living. If you live your life trying to mooch off everyone and fool everyone around you, you won't make it very far in the world. I wish Zach would learn that lesson and just try a little bit harder. But, oh well, he is not my problem anymore. Well, I was fooled by him for 8 years, so I guess I am not one to talk. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Bye!
Where the hell are you? I'm late.
Hey, Melanie. I'm sorry. I've got a ton of work left to do. I'm not going to be home for dinner today.
Dinner? You told me you would be home tonight to take care of Penny.
I'm sorry, Melanie. It's work. I need to get this done.
That's no excuse. You told me you were going to participate in parenting. Why else would I have a baby? This is not fair. You need to tell your job you have a family to take care of. It's your responsibility.
I know. I have tomorrow off, so I'll take Penny for the whole day. You can spend the day doing whatever you want.
I have plans today, Blake. I'm supposed to be out the door right now. When do I get time to myself, huh? This is not the deal we made. You said you would make me happy. You said you wanted to be a good father and husband.
I do. I promise, I'm doing the best I can. I'll be home as soon as I'm done, okay?
Nope, not good enough. I'll just leave Penny in her crib. She'll be fine.
What? Are you crazy? She's only a baby. You can't leave her by herself.
What am I supposed to do? It's your fault I have no social life since I have Penny. All I do, all day, every day, is take care of her. How do you think I feel? Cooped up in the house with a screaming, pooping barf machine? Don't I deserve some time off?
Okay, I'll come home. Just don't leave Penny alone, all right? I'll be there in like 20 minutes.
You'd better be here in 20. I'm not waiting around after that. I'll just leave her in her crib if you're late.
Melanie, please. I'm on my way home, all right? Don't leave Penny by herself.
Just hurry back. I'm already late.
I'm sorry to disturb you at home, but do you have a second? It's about the file I took over today.
Oh, hi, Dove. I'm sorry about tonight. It was totally unfair of me to ask you to finish my tasks. You really saved my butt, though.
Not at all. Blake, you have a wife and baby at home. You should spend as much time with them as possible. I don't mind working late and helping out when you need a hand. Just let me know what you need, okay?
Thanks. You're a lifesaver. So, what's going on with the file? What did you want to ask me about?
Oh, it's done. I just wanted to let you know it's saved in the cloud and you have a copy in your email.
You're done already? That's amazing. Dove, you've got to tell me your secret. How do you do it all?
A secretary never reveals her secrets. I'm here to make your life easier. So please, make spending time with little Penny a priority. Leave the grunge work to me. How is Melanie lately? Has motherhood mellowed her out a little?
Oh, that's right. You guys were pretty close when she was working with us at the office. Yeah, she's being a mother.
Yeah, we were pretty close, but kind of fell out of touch since you guys got married. I hope she's doing well. Penny's so cute. I'm sure she's totally in love with her.
Penny is the cutest. You should come over sometime. You can see Penny and catch up with Melanie. She keeps saying she misses having a social life. It would be perfect.
I'm not sure about that. I don't think Melanie would like me going over to your house.
Huh? Are you sure? I thought you guys were friends.
We were. It's not really about me and Melanie. I just think she would be uncomfortable with me being in your house. I guess it's been long enough. I might as well tell you. I had a huge crush back in the day. Melanie and I were friends, but kind of rivals, you know?
What? You had a crush on me?
The biggest crush. Don't worry, that was a long time ago. I'm not trying to start anything here. I just thought it might be a little inappropriate if I were over at your house. Personal boundaries, you know?
I guess. Sorry, I'm a little stunned. And flattered, of course. I can't believe you had a crush on me. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Well, you started dating Melanie, and it's not like I ever tried to approach you or anything. I kept my feelings totally hidden. How could you know? Besides, Melanie is gorgeous. I'm, overweight and ugly. It's fine. I know people don't look at me like that.
Dove, don't say that. You're not ugly. I'm sure there's someone out there waiting for you. You're an amazing woman.
Thanks, Blake. But I'm already at peace with the fact that I'm never getting married. It's just not in the cards for me.
What? Why would you say that, Dove? People aren't that superficial. Someone's going to love you for you.
That's a really nice thing to say, but I'm not meant for marriage. Some people are just not suitable for that life, I guess. I have a condition. I'm not able to have kids. The doctors told me there isn't any treatment.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. But that doesn't mean marriage can't be part of your life. Plenty of couples have happy marriages without any children.
First, I would need a boyfriend. It's fine, Blake. I've committed to being best supporting actress. So you can count on me anytime to cover your work so you can be with your family. It's not like I have someone waiting at home. I even got my cats a self-serving food bowl and water bowl. Nobody needs me. I'm glad to be needed at work, at least.
All right, Dove. I wish you wouldn't talk about yourself so negatively, though. You're such a positive, cheery person. I don't understand what makes you think you won't get married.
The mirror? Personal experience? Anywho, you can count on your permanently single secretary, so be happy.
Well, it's good to know you're on my side. I think some people aren't happy with me leaving work without putting in overtime. I'm actually a little worried I might even get fired. I may have stepped on some people's toes.
Yikes. Well, if they fire you, I'll go with you. Lead me, oh wise one.
Unemployment office date? Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
See? I can't even get an unemployment office date. Anyway, have fun with Penny tomorrow.
For sure. I'm taking her to the park to play in the fountain. We're going to have a blast.
Sounds awesome. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Blake! Is it true you got fired? Are you kidding me?
Melanie, how do you know about that already?
So it's true! I can't believe this! You're such a loser! Of course I'm gonna hear about how my husband got fired. I used to work at the same office, remember? I've had ex-colleagues and supervisors call to check on me.
Look, I was going to tell you when I got home.
Tell me what? That you're a useless loser? I know! I can't believe how stupid I was to let you talk me into marrying you. I thought you were going places. That's why I settled with you. This is just crazy. Fired with a baby at home? Stupid.
Melanie, calm down. I'm going to talk to you about what I've been thinking when I get home, okay? There's a lot going on.
What you're thinking? I'm not interested in a loser dum-dum's thoughts, all right? You can't even keep a job. How am I supposed to live like this? What am I supposed to do? Beg on the streets with a baby in my arms? Is that what you want?
No, Melanie. Please listen to me. We'll just have to plan well. I have plans for the future, okay? It'll all work out.
You were fired, Blake. Get that through your head. You better not ask me to go back to work. That was not part of the deal. You provide for the family, I don't work. That was one of the conditions I made for marrying you. You remember that, right?
I know. I remember. That's not what I'm saying. I think it would be better if we talk face to face. This is about our future.
Our future? What kind of future am I going to have with an unemployed loser that can't even feed his own baby? No, this is a deal breaker. I married you because I thought you could make me happy. You know what that means.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing my best, okay?
Not good enough. I'm not going to end up like my mother. I swore to myself growing up watching my mom working 2 jobs just to pay rent and feed us. I'm never going to live like that. That's no life. I need a man who can take care of me. Make sure I have time and money for myself. I'm not going to be stuck at home with a baby on my back, barefoot in the kitchen. I'm not living like that.
What are you even talking about? Melanie, please just calm down and hear me out.
No, I'm done wasting my time with you. This was a mistake. I never should have had a baby with a useless deadbeat. I'm out. You take Penny. I'm going to find someone that can take care of me.
You're serious? You're leaving me? Just walking out on me and Penny?
You lied to me. You promised me a life, and this isn't it. You aren't living up to your word, so I've got to cut my losses and leave. You've been a royal waste of time. The stink monster is yours, too.
You're sure? You can't change your mind on this. You're giving me full custody over Penny.
Yes! Keep her. She's all yours.
You're going to regret this.
Doubt it.
Hey, boss. How's it going?
I'm not your boss, Dove. I was fired, remember?
Oh, were you? I didn't realize, since I just finished another task for you.
My bad. So you got the paperwork done for me?
Yep. Penny is all signed up for daycare. They're really friendly and pretty understanding about your schedule and stuff. They'll need you to confirm the hours you want her cared for once you find a job. How's the job search coming?
Nothing so far. I'm checking around. I know I've got to step up my game so I can provide for Penny. She's my world. I really can't thank you enough for helping me getting set up as a single father. I wouldn't even know where to get started if it weren't for you.
It's my pleasure. Penny's such a sweetheart. I'd be happy to babysit anytime.
Penny's really taken a liking to you, too. I can see there's a bond there. I'm glad she has you in her life.
I do give the best hugs. Hey, I know things are a little tough right now, but you're gonna be fine, all right? You're a great dad. You're going to kick butt as a single father. Besides, you've got your trusty sidekick to help you out.
Yup, it'll all be fine.
Really, Blake. I'm sorry about Melanie. I can't believe she would do something like this. It must be really difficult to accept now, but I'm sure you'll feel better soon.
Actually, I'm already feeling pretty fine. I'm sure being a single father is no walk in the park, but I'm up for it. I love Penny, and I get her all to myself. I'm a little worried about Melanie, though. She has no idea how to take care of herself. She has no impulse control when it comes to spending.
Oh, I remember. She used to have like 6 credit cards and they were always maxed out.
Yeah, she was actually in quite a bit of debt when we got married. I paid it all off for her at the time, but the way she spends. She is going to need to find someone to support her spending habits soon.
Right, about that. I heard she got back together with the VP.
You mean Henry? But he's married. What do you mean she got back with him?
Well, before you and Melanie started dating, Melanie was with Henry. She was his mistress.
Are you serious? So he was giving her money?
Yeah, he used to give her an allowance and buy her lots of gifts.
I knew Melanie likes money, but being with a married man, that's really low of her. So she's back together with him, huh?
That's what I heard. I guess she moves quick. I hear she got him to rent an apartment for her this time. She's doing quite well for herself.
She's basically a prostitute at this point. Ugh. I can't believe I was in love with someone like that.
Maybe I shouldn't have told you. I'm sorry. I just thought it was so unfair that you were worrying about her while, you know.
No, I'm glad you told me. I needed to know. Honestly, it's finally got me to feeling nothing whatsoever for Melanie. Whatever little bit of empathy or compassion I felt for her, gone. I'm free.
All right, good then. Yeah, don't worry about Melanie. You need to focus on yourself.
And Penny. That's who I'm living for now. I'm going to be Super Dad.
That's the spirit. You go, Super Dad.
Super Dad needs to get a job so he can buy diapers for Penny's super poop.
Sounds good. One step at a time, okay?
Thanks.
Hey, it's been a while. How's Penny doing?
What do you want?
I want to see my baby. I want to hold her in my arms. Please, Blake, let me see my daughter. I miss her so much. I'm her mother. You know what? Actually, I want her back. Penny's my daughter. She should be with her mother.
You're out of your mind if you think I'm letting you anywhere near Penny. Who do you think you are calling yourself a mother after abandoning her?
You don't understand. I was going through an impossible time. I still thought of my baby every single day. To this day, Blake, I've missed her every single day I've been apart from her. It's cruel not to let her be with me, don't you think?
No, you made a choice. I confirmed that choice. You can't come back into our lives because you changed your mind. What's going on anyway? Why do you care about Penny all of a sudden?
I'm her mother. Of course I care about my daughter. Give her back to me, Blake.
This has to be about money. You want her back for the grants you can get as a single parent, right?
What? That's not it at all. You don't believe I genuinely want to be with my daughter?
Not for a second. I think that Henry's wife found out about your secret love nest and is getting her husband's finances investigated. I think that's when you started scrambling for some quick cash and remembered you have a kid you could use to score some free government money.
How did you know about that?
What? You think you're the only one that keeps in touch with old acquaintances from the company? I hear things too. Like the fact that Henry's also getting investigated by the company for embezzlement. I guess your meal ticket fell through. Why don't you just go find a new sugar daddy instead of milking your daughter?
Shut up! Maybe you're the one using Penny for the money, huh? A poor, unemployed single father struggling to put food on the table? Yeah, that's it. I was wondering why you'd want to keep a human poop machine, but it makes sense now. It's like she's crapping gold.
She's my world, Melanie. She's the most important person to me, and you threw her away like trash. I'm never letting you take her from me.
We'll see about that. I'll see you. A mother almost always gets custody. Remember that. There's no way she's better off with you. You're an unemployed loser. What court is going to let a 3-year-old stay in a dump with an incompetent single father?
I'm not unemployed. I think my setup is great for Penny. She's not lacking anything, including affection.
Oh, you got someone to hire you? Good for you. I guess there's a job out there for brainless morons.
I didn't exactly get hired for a job. I started my own company. You know, I tried to tell you when you found out I got fired and left me in the dust. I got fired over a disagreement I had with the CEO, but I was sure my strategy would generate far greater profits. So as soon as I got fired, I went and started a rival company and implemented my ideas. It worked. We're netting over $10 million a year.
What? $10 million? And you started the company? So you're the president?
Try CEO. Who would have thunk it, huh? 3 years from being fired, I'm making $1 million deals in Europe and Asia.
That's amazing, Blake! I knew you could do it. I knew you had it in you to make something of yourself. I was wrong. I don't want just Penny back. I want you back, Blake. We can be together again. A family.
Wait, are you serious? You think I'm just going to take you back? I'll just come save you from the mess you created?
Yes! Be my hero. Come save me, Blake. I'll be a good wife and mother. You'll see.
I don't think so. Besides, Penny already has a new mother. There's no place for you here.
What? What do you mean?
You remember Dove from the office? She was there through it all with me. After you left, things were really hard for me. I didn't know up from down when it came to baby food. I needed help. A lot. Dove was there for me. I couldn't have gotten through it without her.
Dove? Dove? Fluffy Dovey? You're with Fluffy Dovey. Blake! Come on! You can't be serious. How can you look at that bulldog face every day? Ugh!
She's beautiful on the inside and out.